What's going on, everybody? What a day. What a day. It's a good day to be here. It's a good day to be alive. I'm real excited. I'm real happy. I'm happy you guys are here. Let's see if we can adjust these lights here just a little bit. See if we can change the temperature of the lights in the room. A little better. What's going on? What's up, Kelsey? What's up, Dan? What's up, Phoenix? Megs? I see Jack. I see Bucks. Quiz Show Party Jay, Kelly, Haskell, Kyle. Good group today. What's up, Jeremy? Guys, it's a big fucking day. We're just going to come right out the gate and we've been talking about this for almost a year now. We've been talking about this for almost a year now. Talking about it on the show here every week, working at it, studio diaries, all kinds of stuff. And finally, at long last, the day is here. The music rollout, the Nerds and Suits music rollout is finally happening. And it starts here. This is the first day where I get to do a stream after I have had a piece of music of mine out in the world. And we're going to talk about a bunch of shit today. Music, obviously, being a big part of it. But they'll talk about some other stuff as well. One thing that some of you guys probably, many of the patrons that I communicate with on a week-to-week basis did not get a message from me today. I had a very hard time starting last night at 9 p.m. focusing on anything. It proved to me that I do have some sort of ADD. Unavoidably, I tried to sleep, was not able to. As many of you in this chat remember, I was in our Nerds and Suits Diamond patron chat at 3, 4, 5 in the morning. I slept for like an hour at a time, and then I just couldn't. And then there was an earthquake in the middle of the night. At almost 5 in the morning here, there was an earthquake. So I woke up I don't know. My body was all discombobulated. I think I was just overstimulated. But today was the day that I got to release the first song from my album. It's called Sorry for Tonight. It is on this channel. If you guys are here and you haven't gotten a chance to check it out and give it a listen, give it a listen. It was the video that I posted just before this. A lot of really wonderful comments on it. And I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about the song. I think it came out well. I'm really happy with the work David Michael Frank, my producer, my longtime friend, did on the song. And so, yeah, where do we begin? I think I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the process of what we've all sort of done over the last year on this channel. This channel launched sometime in like the spring of 2020, early spring, like April, probably March, April. And the album announcement came on June 6th. It came on my birthday last year. And that was the idea. Initially I was hoping to have the album out in 6 months. It took some time. Obviously, it's taking some time. That's just how it works. But all the while, I've been working on it. I've been writing songs. Some of you in the studio diary have gotten to actually watch these songs as they have been written, which has been pretty wild. So I'm going to pull this up because Kelsey, callsign Magma in the Action Army. General, longtime friend, somebody who I was so happy to see at the Deacon's wedding this weekend over. I got to see Kelsey on a video chat along with a lot of your wonderful faces. Says I've probably listened to it 20 times. I swear, listened to it on repeat while taking off and landing. So it's crazy when you spend your whole life working at something and you love it. You really love it. Like, I love music, guys. Like, I really, truly love it. I've always loved songwriting. The first song I wrote, I was 12 years old. And I've shown a lot of songs to a lot of people over the years. I've played music. And it's not like they didn't get good responses at different times. Some of those years, I've told you guys the story on here about when Ian Asprey from The Cult told me that when I was 17. And I've told stories on about stuff like that. I've played in bands, and I've released a short EP with a band when I was like 21. And all that stuff has been really meaningful in my life with music. But just like anything creative that you put your heart and soul into, when you do it for long enough and you get used to a common sort of level of response, which is like the level of response feels like it's pretty good, but or what it really makes you feel like when you live in LA. I think that's the other thing. When you live in LA, what you feel like is that talent, and any kind of creative talent, is so replaceable because there's so much of it in LA. So how could you possibly stand out is the thought that crosses your mind. So when I started the process of working on this album, it was after a long hiatus of songwriting. I hadn't really sunk my teeth into writing songs since I was about 25. It was about 24, 25 when I wrote a bunch of music the last time. And I wrote like 7 or 8 songs, one of which actually you guys are going to hear on this album. It's a song I really like a lot. Um, but most of the songs from previous iterations that I had worked on never quite got there for me. Like I got tired of playing them, or I just found that like I wasn't able to get the kind of response, the emotional response from the audience, the people, friends, family, people in live settings and bars in LA that I'd want. So it's really weird to be in this position where I wrote this song and I was really happy with it. And I knew it was a special song to me. And then I played it for some people, some friends of mine and family members over the last several months. And you guys, a lot of you who are in this chat here got to hear the song in like various forms, right? A lot of you heard it when it didn't have anything past the verse and the chorus. A lot of you guys heard it like right when I was just beginning to write it. Yeah, but yeah, Dan Bettenhausen here, Carl Steinhausen. We have heard you play that song a bunch on these streams, but something about it being officially released is just a different vibe in the best way. Right. I've played the song in the studio diaries. I've never played it on one of these public streams before. And so I guess I still just believed, because I'm so used to that feeling, that it would be this lukewarm response. Not because I wasn't proud of the song. That's not at all what I mean. And I want to make that clear and clarify. I was really proud of the song, but I've been really proud of songs I've written in my life before. So putting the song out there and having the just outpouring of just positive energy and support and people saying the nicest things, and so many community members tweeting it out and sharing it and retweeting it and tagging me on Instagram and sending me private messages about it, was just one of the most amazing things ever. I'm gonna start tearing up now talking about it. I was moved to tears multiple times today at different moments, because the idea that this thing that I spent so much time on and meant so much to me, the first song I've ever written that I, at various times while writing it and playing through it, was brought to tears, because that's what that song means to me. And depending on what position or spot you're in when you play a song that's that personal to you, sometimes that's what it does to you. And there was, a stretch of time, that's when I was writing it, where that was happening to me. And so to release this song and have it have so much support from you guys is just one of the greatest feelings of my whole life. I can't put it into words more concisely than that. I don't know that I can remember a feeling as good as the idea that something I care this much about would be received by people in this way. And there's people in here, I just want you guys to know, I see names in here that I don't see in here as often. Carlson Moses, Andrew Hayes, longtime supporter of what we did over on Action, and somebody who is, just awesome. It's good to see you in here. And my girl, Janine, talented singer. We've talked music before, Janine's in here. So like special and cool that there are people who are sending messages. The Nerd Entertainment Network, my boy over here who runs this, he did a reaction video to the song. And when he told me, he sent me a message and he asked me if he could do a reaction video to the song and post it on his channel. Hunter, sorry, I called him my boy, Hunter Ray Chambliss, who was a part of the Action Advisory Board early on and was doing a lot of work with us when we were getting that off the ground, asked if he could do a reaction video on the Nerd Network. And of course I was like, yeah, dude, I would love to. I'd be so honored that you, but he went through it and he listened to it and he talked about the song, and then he went and he talked about the lyrics. And it just was I've never had anyone do that before in my life. It was the first time I've ever watched somebody talk about something that I created in that way, where they were analyzing it and breaking it down. Because it's not performative like it is when I'm in the Schmodown, right? When I'm in the Schmodown, I'm a character and I'm answering trivia questions, and it's emotional and it means a lot to me. And I really want to win. And those wins and losses take a toll. And when I see reactors talk about like a performance, it's a similar effect, but the Schmodown is not an emotional performance. It's an emotional result. The wins and the losses are emotional, but the actual thing that people would comment on is not an emotional thing. And so there's just been a lot of stuff today that was really getting me to be quite mushy. And I am really just happy. I'm happy today. Guys, my bike got stolen this afternoon. I left my garage open last night by accident because I was so in a fucking just totally different headspace, disconnected, left the garage open all day. My neighbor texted me today and he says, "Hey, I just want you to know your garage is open." Bike got stolen. It crossed my radar for maybe 45 seconds of like, you know what? Such is life. These things happen. If it's cause and effect, then one thing was going well, so something else wasn't, and that's just what happened. I was so distracted by this thing I was excited about that I did something else dumb. But you know what? Fuck it. Can't bring me down. What? It's a bike. It sucks. It was an expensive bike. I really like riding it. If I want another bike, exactly the bike my mom bought me. That's exactly right, Jerry. I was super bummed about it, but not bummed about it past about a minute because it's just not the day for that. And bikes will come and go. This experience, this emotional experience today was one that I've never had before. And if I'm lucky to ever have another day like this again as a creative, then I am a fortunate man. So there's a lot that I want to say about writing this song and about the tour that's upcoming and about the album. And I want to talk about I don't know how any of this, there's a lot of Streamlabs and Super Chats I have to get to. I've got a show coming up on Saturday. There's just a lot to get to. There's just a ton. Shmoda and stuff I want to talk about as well. We'll get to that. But I don't know how Spotify works really in terms of when you get favored, when you get like favored on an algorithm or something like that. I'm not entirely really sure how it works. But as the day has gone on, I have been checking because the Spotify app, the Spotify Artists app, updates in real time. So I can click on it and it'll tell me how many times the song has been streamed today. So because of what I'm used to here on Nerds and Suits and on Action and what we do in Schmodown and on Twitter and Instagram, I have a kind of base level of what I expect. If I do something, the level of interaction will be. Maybe if it's really personal and a lot of people care, like I posted a picture of my dad before heart surgery, there'll be a lot of likes and really wonderful comments. And if it's something like just promoting a stream that I do every week, sometimes it'll have very little interaction. If you guys kind of catch my meaning, right? If you kind of figure out the width of people willing to give your content the time of day, because there's a lot of content out there, let's be honest. So I think my anticipation of this was I was going to put it out at 12:01 Eastern last night, and today I was going to post about it, and I was excited to come on the stream, and I'm going on SEN this week, and I've got backstage tomorrow, and a lot of places I'll be able to talk about it, and then the show on Saturday. But I woke up today in the morning and the song had been out for, I don't know, 10, 11 hours, and it had been streamed 1,000 times already by the community. I have to think the people that are streaming it are you guys. I got so many tweets and messages that people were listening to it on repeat that I didn't think everybody was just putting me on. And then the numbers started to tick up, and we're gonna cross 2,000 streams here pretty soon. I think probably within a couple hours here, we'll break 2,000 streams on the song. This app updates in real time, which is insane. It's at $16.99 right now, and I'm going to reload it, and it's going to probably tell me that in the 1 minute since I just looked at it, it just went to 1,700. Somebody is listening to the song that we're talking about right now. That is mind blowing. That blows my mind. I don't like. It's not mind blowing. Like I don't understand it because I love music, and if I find something that I like, I listen to that song endlessly. Right? I love that new Strokes record I was just talking to you guys about. I've been listening to that shit on just nonstop. So I know exactly what it's like to find a song you like. But I guess it still just isn't connecting. That it's not just you guys being supportive and just pushing repeat on your Spotify so that it just plays a lot. It's not just that. It's people actually liking the song and listening because they want to. So consider this stream my I can't believe it's happening stream. It's just a special moment, and I'm really happy about it. And I hope it continues, and I hope it continues to bring people joy because the song brings me a lot of joy. And yeah, that's where we're at with it. That's just Spotify, by the way. I don't the other ones don't update in real time. I don't get to see what they look like. So I don't know what it's. A shitload of you guys have told me you bought it on Apple on iTunes, and I've had a ton of people say they've been listening on Apple Music. I don't get to see any of those stats. The lyric video has been up on this channel, so there's a lot of people that have listened to the song today, which is really exciting. And so the things that we are going to talk about on the music front today are, I'm sure we'll come back to the song. There's a ton of Streamlabs and Super Chats that I want to read that I need to get to because you guys are fucking awesome and you're supportive. My guy Lucas here in the chat, who a lot of you guys pre-saved it. Lucas, I saw the list of people that pre-saved it, and I know you had pre-saved the song. So I really appreciate you guys doing that. I know it's a pain in the ass when you use like third-party software, like a DistroKid service, and it's like it's not just direct to Spotify. It's like this is their portal, and it's that whole thing. Also noticed you got the little music note by your channel now. Oh, is that true? Oh, right, because this is technically Nerds and Suits is technically my official. It's my official music channel. It's linked. It's a verified music channel for me as an artist. That's interesting. I didn't even see that. That's awesome, Jack. Jack just threw that in there. But yeah, so Lucas saying he's listening on Amazon. It just was really, really cool to people were listening to it in all these different ways and saying really great, kind things. So things that are going on that I want to talk about. The first one is I've got a show coming up on Saturday. That's probably the first thing to get to, and I will be playing Sorry for Tonight at the show. It's going to be in set for sure. There's so many firsts here, guys. There's so many things happening this week were things I dreamed of. I've dreamed of things like this my whole life. There's a bunch of you that have bought tickets to this show. When I scheduled this show a month and a half ago, and I said when I scheduled it, it was going to be the album preview show officially. It was going to be the whole album. I was going to play every song of the 6 that I'm releasing, plus some covers, plus some songs that won't make it to this first album. And I was going to make 100 tickets available. That was the first show. We did 50. We did 50 tickets on the first show. And it was an awesome experience. A lot of you guys were there watching that show, and it was such a special time watching that show. I fucking loved it. It was such a happy day. And that was like the practice show. Like, let's get out there and see if I still remember how to do this. And it was great. So for this show, I felt like this was a little bit more of an exhibition because it's the whole album now. And I really wanted to make sure that it was going to, I wanted it to be a special show. I'm going to go tour, but this is going to be the first show where I'm showing you guys all of the music and all of the songs that are going to be on this record. The 5 originals, the 1 cover, is all going to be there. So that show is on Saturday. I'm going to put the link in the chat here. So tickets are $10. There is a feature on there called hitchhiking, where I think you just click, like, you can't buy a ticket, but you like a ticket. And if you put your name down, anybody here who wants to see the show and would like to be there, but times are tough. I know we're coming out of this horrible pandemic. Anybody who wants to go see the show but can't, just sign up as a hitchhiker. And when the day of the show comes, I know I'm telling you guys I'm underselling the show, but I would rather have every single one of you there filling one of those seats or seats than to have somebody, because it's $10 and times are tough at the moment, not go. So if you're watching this and you like the song and you're thinking about it, go check it out. I'm going to put the link to the show in the chat right now. Let's see how many tickets left. We probably have just about 60. Yeah, there are 62 tickets left to the show. We've sold just about 40 so far. We'll see. We'll see if we actually get to the 100 tickets. I'm putting this in the chat right now. The other thing I'm going to be doing at this show, and I've been talking about this for a little while. Last time when we did the show, there was 50 of you and then some friends and family that I sent the link to, and we did like a 30-minute live stream right after. And it was like me and a buddy, and we talked and stuff like that. But this time, I'm not going to do a stream right after. I'm going to do a hangout. I'm going to do like a Zoom hangout. It's going to be a patrons, a thing for patrons. And I'm going to make it available to patrons at every level. So a lot of the stuff we do on the channel is like there's like the diamond tier, and there's double diamond, and there's like shout outs and videos and stuff like that. We do Schmodown study sessions and all this stuff, and we'll get to that a little later in the show. But for this one, because I know, again, I know times are tough for every patron, anybody. And I think the entry level patron on Nerds and Suits, patreon.com/nerds and suits, is $5. If you are a $5 patron, even just for this 1 month, I will send the link to every single patron, every single one. And the goal is for us to all hang out and get together after the show, like it's an after party. And if there's 50 people in there, cool, right? It'll be the first time I've ever done a stream with 50 people. I can't imagine there would be 50 of you guys. People are busy. Our show is already a commitment, but we're gonna run this one out there and see how it goes. So a lot of you guys are already patrons, and I'm incredibly appreciative of that. But consider the Patreon crew the after party. That's going to be what we're going to do. I guarantee I will be cracking some kind of scotch and celebrating our boy Andrew Guy, whose birthday it is today. If you guys haven't already tweeted at him, let's all wish him a happy birthday. In fact, if you're all on Twitter, there's 53 of you watching right now, 56 of you now. Guys, do me a favor. Even if you've already tweeted at him right now, even if you've already tweeted at him today, let's all tweet at Andrew Guy right now at the same exact time. Let's all tweet at him happy birthday. Let's all do it at the same time and make his day. Because, it was by chance that I scheduled this to be the 5th of April. I did it 2 months ago and forgot that it was going to be on the same day as his birthday. And it kind of sucks. I mean, it's fine, right? Like we're buddies. It doesn't matter. But I also would rather just be able to celebrate Drew's birthday and make the day about making that awesome. So yeah, let's all do it together. I'm going to tweet at him right now on air. I want everybody in here to do it as well. Happy birthday, Drew. All right, here we go. Andrew Guy. The NIS community loves you. There we go. That's what we're going to do. But because of the fact that it is his birthday today, it actually, yeah, exactly. Flood his Twitter. All of us, every one of us. And make it hashtag for he's a jolly good fellow. Hashtag for he's a jolly good fellow. He's probably watching the stream right now. That's funny. Hashtag for he's jolly good fellow. All right, perfect. Hashtag for he's a jolly good fellow. Let's all wish Andrew Guy a happy birthday right now. But getting back to it, on Saturday, I'm sure after the show, we will all do a hangout. It'll be the after party we'll do. And I'm gonna schedule the hashtag for he's a jolly good fellow. That's the one, Cam. Let's do that one. So the plan is we'll do this sort of after party thing. And this is going to mimic the way I'm planning on doing the tour in August. Right now, the tour in August is planned to be about eight, maybe 9 cities. And the idea is going to be that we are going to, I'm going to basically schedule these event sites and book them myself. And it'll be like a private show. We'll show up. I'll show up with an amp and a guitar and a mic, and we'll kind of do that whole thing. And that way there'll be sort of a similar type of deal where we can all hang out afterwards and party together in the various cities. It's going to be the most fun. August is going to be unbelievable. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. But so that's what we're going to try out this Saturday. So if you've considered becoming a patron at patreon.com/nerdsandsuits, and if you have ever considered wanting to be a part of it, it's a great network of people. There's great perks. It's a good time to sign up. And, if you've considered doing it and you want to, then I recommend it. And you will be on the list to get this link to do the hangout after the show. If you haven't already gotten a ticket to the show, like I said, I'm going to put that link back in the chat one more time. It would mean a lot to me if you guys got tickets to this show, but I also understand we're all very busy. So that's life. Link in the chat. And then we're going to put that back up there. So that's the deal. Saturday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to be doing an episode of Root of the Question together on Action Industries that night. We'll probably do that at 5, and then the show will be at 7. And then afterwards, it's going to be awesome. It's going to just be a great time. We all just get to party and relax and drink fancy scotch. And yeah, it's a great week. This is going to be a really, really, really good week. And hopefully, good things keep happening with the song and people like it and all that stuff. So What else to talk about? Let's get to some of these Streamlabs and super chats. It's a busy one. You guys are all really, really, really generous. It's crazy. It's so like what bonkers wonder. Holy shit. Whoa. Whoa. I did not see this. This has not been popping up. All right. There's a lot of donations, guys. Wow. We're on the break the record train tonight. I'm going to read these out. This is fucking rad. Wow. All right. Let's start. This is cool. First off, we got my guy, Ryan Ramberg. And this one is a super chat. I wonder if I can pull it up. It was the beginning of the show. I think I just missed it because it was from the beginning, but I can still read it. So Ryan sent a $50 super chat. He says, congrats on the release of your first song. Dallas and I absolutely can't stop listening to it. We can't tune into Nerds and Suits this week. That was Nerds and Suits, and me struggling to say it. But you have all of our support. So excited for the full album release. A big thank you to you, Ryan and Dallas. You guys are kind of new in the group if you do watch this later. And it's been so fun to get to know you and to have you here. And you guys are just really vocal and really sweet people. Really, really good energy. You bring a lot of good energy to this group, this community. And anytime anybody in this group does that, it really does improve my life. So I think if you improve my life and I'm happier, then hopefully I'm able to send some of that energy back to the group of you. I actually got one of the most incredible patron messages today ever from a patron, basically telling me that they, nice things about the album. But one of the things was that patron chose a topic from our shows that resonated with them and brought that topic up in therapy sessions and chose one topic to do that with, to discuss with their therapist. And it's a really amazing thing to share that with me. I mentioned multiple times I was brought to tears today. That was the first one. It's happening to me again. Wow. That was the first one for me today. I think I woke up and I was kind of getting ready as the day was going, and I read that message. And I think it just struck me in this really significant way that, there are a lot of days that I feel like I'm totally blowing it and falling short. A lot of days. Most days do not have the kind of just like I am. If my bike got stolen most days, I promise you guys I'd react more than 45 seconds. I guess that's the easiest way to put it. Today was a pretty fucking good day. So, I just read this, and I guess it just struck me that I know I'll have, this level of impact on the world because the world's going to be here long after I'm dead. Same with all of us. It's just what happens. And thinking about what you do with the time you have and who you can affect while you're here, how you affect them, the communities that you create, the people you interact with, what's it all for? Why do we do what we do? On the sort of the greater level of the meaning of life, but this connects back to what I was talking about last week with this is the life you have, right? There is an optimal version of that life that exists in your head, but that version isn't the real version. The version you're living is the optimal version. Every decision you make makes that version happen. You should never think about the way it could have been or it would have been or it could be. It's going to be the way that you make it. That's the way it's going to be. Those of us that are born with a disability, those of us that have sickness in our life or loss, born into different socioeconomic statuses, racial backgrounds, things that create disadvantage in your life, all the things that add up to make you who you are. These are all real things that we all have to contend with. I mentioned my severe back issues. I'm 32 years old. I have a terrible back. I'm in pain all the time. It's just my life, though. That's the life I have. So getting back to the idea that even just being the person I am with the failures and shortcomings that I have, that somebody would feel so affected by the stuff I talk to you guys about here. And some of these weeks are not good shows, not good in terms of content, but like I'm all over the place. I'm sloppy. I'm hungover or like the connection goes out. Like some of these weeks just aren't the best. And it just, for some reason, reading it, it was like, that's how I feel about the people that I admire. That's the people I admire. That's how I feel about what they have to say. Like what they have to say is important. It matters enough that I would talk about it to someone else. And I just started crying because I couldn't believe that at this point in my life, I would have, I guess I'm crying a lot on the show tonight, guys. I couldn't believe I would have that kind of effect on somebody in their life. So there was a lot of that today. The idea that the way content makes you feel when it's good how important that can be and how meaningful that can be. I talked a lot about Ted Lasso and how sort of just like mind blowing it was for me to watch something that made me feel that good. I couldn't believe something could make me feel that good. It was just a TV show. So I guess just the idea that it's possible that I would have an effect on someone like that made me very emotional. That was a really long answer to the great Ryan Ramberg, but it's wonderful to get you know you guys, and a big salute to you both, to borrow something from the Action Army. Next up, we have Gardo Cervantes here with the Streamlab donation. Congrats on the debut single, boss. Can't wait to hear you performing. I've been listening to it a lot. Certified bop. Congrats again. People say bop. I guess that's something the kids say. People say bop. Next up, we've got JD Domash here with the Streamlab donation, $10. Big salute to you, JD. He says, hi. Hi, JD. Good to see you. These are all right when the show is starting. Kaylee Vaughn, love the song and lyric video. The vibe is awesome. Congratulations. Let's see if that one's still in the chat here. I think I better get some of these super chats before they go away. All right, here we go. So Callsign Hans and Franz, Dan Bettenhausen, big salute to you, bud. We all need to win sometimes, and you were certainly a winner today in more ways than one. Plus, we are all winners for having been able to listen to your song. Great things are ahead for you. Dan, thank you so much. Wonderful to get to know you, man. A newer kind of addition to our crew over the last, how long has it been now? 6 months, maybe. But so fun to have you. Congratulations on win the general debate this last week. That was a really fun debate. And yeah, dude, just awesome. Just awesome stuff. I think I saw another one here. Nancy Rodriguez here with the super chat. Can't stay the whole time, so I wanted to make sure to say congrats. Putting yourself out there is always scary, so kudos to you. The song is great. You could put this towards a new bike. LOL. Nancy, thank you so much. The bike thing sucks. I mean, I almost didn't even bring the bike thing up because why bring that energy on the show? But I guess I was trying to illustrate a point. Fuck those people, right? Fuck those people. Like some person walks past my open garage and is like, oh, this idiot left their garage open. I better steal their bike. You know, that's a big come up for me that this guy left his garage open. It's just like, really? Like you can't just leave the bike and be like, man, it would be so shitty if I left my garage open and someone stole my bike out of it. I shouldn't do that to someone else. That's horrible. But that's not how people are. So, Nancy, thank you so much for that donation. I really appreciate it. I think I saw another one down here to read. This one is from Callsign Moses. Andrew Hayes, a big salute to you, my friend. Just wanted to say Ben has inspired me to create music of my own. I'm nowhere near as good, but I'm still going to try. I hope you do, Hayes. I hope you do, man. When you connect to that moment, when you're singing a song or you're playing guitar or you write something on a piano, and I don't play flute or cello or violin, but I mean, any of those instruments, when you connect to an emotional moment, music creates that thing in you. It's like nothing else. There's nothing else like it. There really isn't. It's like a pure joy. It's like it gives you a jolt of energy. Like you can feel your skin's on fire, and you just, not in a bad way. I can't really describe it. So I encourage you to do that. And it's awesome. Gonna keep rolling here through these Streamlabs and super chats. Okay, those are the ones that are. Oh, we got one more here from Callsign Danny Phantom. Congratulations on the release, Ben. I love the Action Army family, and I'm grateful for all of you, Danny. I'm big time grateful for you as well. So many of you, just amazing. All right, so I want to keep getting to these Streamlabs here. I clicked over to see this number, and it was like, I couldn't believe the level of generosity tonight. Also, it should be noted, we have an upgrade here from our Double Diamond patron, Jack Mayer, who has upgraded here to the Infinity tier, which in the days when this channel launched, and I think I had an idea of what this channel was going to be, the Infinity tier and the Double Diamond tier had sort of more specific perks. One of the perks, of course, at the Double Diamond tier, I'd have to go and read it exactly, but I believe it is a personalized signed copy of my pressed vinyl album when it's done here at the end of the summer that I will sign and ship. If you have ever been at that 5-star level, or not, sorry, that's a different patron. If you have ever been at that Infinity tier, the $100 a month tier, that the idea of the tier existing in the first place was that was essentially buying the record, and I would ship it out to you signed. So, Jack, you will be getting that signed vinyl copy, and I thank you for the upgrade, my friend. You're so generous always in these streams, and also just really encouraging, which you know, it's great to have. It's great to have people that are that wonderful with their time and their spirit. All right, next up, we've got one from Callsign Jerry. my dude, call sign hashtag Ben's boy. I was so torn about tweeting about it because then it showed, I love you, man, but you did such a good job. Jerry, you're my guy. You're one of the OGs. You can bitch and moan all you want about Bateman, but I know you're a softie at heart. Salute, cheers. Thank you for saying that's such nice things. And then another one here from JD Domash. Congrats again. It's a huge accomplishment. That is to add to his one just a moment ago where JD said hi. Also, I'm continuing to look at the list of all of the different cities that are options right now to go to on this tour in August. In August, I'm going to be, oh, look at this, guys. People are buying tickets. We just sold 6 tickets. Yeah, okay. Or 4 tickets, maybe. My math is bad. Looks like I'm going to be, touring in August. The plan is to do kind of 9 shows and hit two cities per weekend. Hopefully that this song and the others from the album continue to get out there and new people find them. And we could even maybe have some people that are new fans that none of us have met before and none of us have interacted with before that go to these shows. That would be incredible. We'll see. We'll hope. We'll try to build it. But there is the question of where I should be going. And so one thing that is really, really, really important is that you guys help me with that information to figure out where we should be going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the chat right now. I'm going to make sure this is the right one because I think I shared the wrong one at some point. Yes, this is the right one. I'm going to put this in the chat right now. And if you guys would be interested, if you were somewhere nearby and you were able to go to a show, that you would buy a ticket and you would show up, go ahead and fill this out. I'm going to just make sure once again, this is the correct link. Bateman, old Bateman has made some mistakes here in the past. Okay, it looks good. So put it in the chat here. It is now a clickable link. But yeah, guys, it takes 2 seconds to fill out. It just asks a couple questions about the closest major city, a couple other things, some of your contact info, so I can let you know that it's coming up. But yeah, fill it out, guys. Let me know. Let me know where you'd want to see me play. Drew and I have talked about the Action Live stuff that we were planning on doing. We had planned on doing a little while back, and obviously then the pandemic hit and things changed. But we have now talked about trying to figure out a way on some of these major dates. Either we'll do them separate and we'll just come twice, or we've talked about maybe going out for the same weekend where we would do like a double header, like an hour of music and like an hour of Action Live kind of a thing. So we'll figure that one out. But yeah, go ahead and fill it out, guys. It would be super helpful for me. I'm going to be probably putting this form out there in a lot of live streams and online over the next several months. So in June is when I'll probably announce the exact slate. And I bring all this up because I know JD's in Florida along with a number of other generals. I'm trying to figure out where the correct city to go that's going to have the most of you there that would come out is really, essential. So click that. All right, guys, I'm going to continue going through these because there's a lot left. And yeah, we're rolling through this show right now. And there's still a lot that I want to talk about. So, all right, next up here, we've got one from Kyle Coppin, call sign The Gray, with the $10 Streamlab. Big salute to you, my friend. Congratulations, Ben. I was so happy to finally share the song with my friends. Can't wait for the full album. Forever got your back, my friend. Salute, Kyle. You're always so supportive, man. I really appreciate that. And I have a Nerds and Suits playmat for Magic that's in that closet that you sent me as a gift. I'll be playing Magic with that later tonight. Next up, we've got from Kelly here, which Kelly's my girl. She works so hard on so many fronts here with what we do in the Nerds and Suits nerd community. With the $50 Streamlab here, big thank you to such a generous donation, Kelly. A salute to you. Kelly says, so excited for you, Ben. Thank you for taking us on this journey. I'm sorry, I just lost it. It just went away okay. So excited for you, Ben. Thank you for taking us on this journey with you. Cheers to your continued success. We can say we knew you when. People always love to make that joke when you work your butt off and put yourself out there. But the funny thing is, that was in the days when, like, if somebody made it, it would be like on the backs of tons of people that they had never interacted with or met before. That'll never happen with me, because my whole entire career, all of the good parts of it, all of the times that it's gone in a good direction and I've gotten to have any success, it's been because it's been supported by vocal fans, people who they start as the word fan and they become supporter and then they eventually become friend. I can go through this live chat right now of those of you that are watching this stream live. There's 61 of you. You guys can hit that thumbs up button on this video. That'd be awesome. I can go through this live chat right now. I have met probably over 50% of the people in here, either in person or on a live stream, know your first name, have probably an inside joke or a memory with you, or you've told me about your life in a private message we've exchanged. You're the people that make this happen, right? So the idea that I could forget about somebody like that is different than, and this is obviously based entirely on the comment that you just made, Kelly, which like I would be so lucky to ever have that kind of success that would even be an option. But the point is, I don't believe that the template for success is that anymore. I think the template is the kind where you meet people. Oh, Belford, you think I know nothing about you. I know everything about you, Belford. Thanks for being here, buddy. I know you're going to be in the next stream to make fun of me while I play Magic, but I appreciate you being positive in this stream. So it's just a crazy thing. That's the way of the world now. You don't get to just expect people to support you without giving. You got to give. That's what you do. That's how people support you. You have to be authentic. You get to know people. I mean, a lot of you guys have seen these songs be written in person. Like you've witnessed the songs over a video conference as I've written lyrics to them and developed melodies. It's crazy. So looks like we just had a new patron sign up and join the Nerd Network. He is known as Call Sign Moses in the Action Army. My guy Andrew Hayes, a big salute, brand new double diamond nerd in the Nerd Network. Great to see you here, Hayes. Always great to have you around, man. Proud to have you join the ranks here. And I hope you're there at the show. I hope you're there at the after party of the show. And also with that donation, you enter a group, because we don't have a whole lot of people at the diamond and above tier, where if you want to throw your name in the ring, we do these once a month head-to-head one-on-one trivia matches. We do a study session every week from 6:15 to 7:45. It's me, a bunch of you guys who all run it, write questions. Of course, the great Megs, who runs the whole thing, keeps us in check. And then my teammate, Dan Merle, will often jump in there with me. It's been announced that we're in the team's tournament, so we'll be prepping for that. We often go in there and we sort of prep our matches. And once a month, I go head-to-head in a 5-round title match with a patron. I just randomly select somebody who's entered their name at the diamond tier and above. We'll be doing that this Wednesday. We'll be announcing who the match is against. This Wednesday will be a normal session, but the following Wednesday will be a 5-round head-to-head. So if you guys are diamond patrons, there's a lot of things. Obviously, you get the studio diaries, you get the study sessions, tons of stuff that on this channel. But on top of that, we do that study session. And Hayes, if that's something you'd want to do, enter your name in there. It'd be fun to have you. So continue going through here with the donations tonight. Next up, we have my guy Jack Mayer. Big salute to you, Jack. Salute to you. Don't have a ton to say here, except today I was planning on an upgraded to the Infinity tier on Patreon. The Action NIS group has really become like a new family that I'm so grateful to have found. Want to support as much as I can. Jack, you always support, man. And it's funny you use that word family. There's a number of you that have used that word. Most famously, call sign #ladies night, my guy John Lestrina. But he uses it because it references his favorite film franchise also. But I think that there's a lot of people in this group that have started to feel that way. There's a lot of love and support between you guys. And it's hard to imagine. I know this happened because of COVID. We started to spend so much time at our computers. We started to spend so much time getting to know each other in here. But it's hard to imagine going forward in my life not knowing so many of you guys now. Like it would be crazy to imagine a day. Like I can't imagine not knowing all you guys, right? Like you're all my friends. I've gotten to know all of you. So it's crazy. I feel the same way you do, Jack. A big generous donation here from Call Sign Quiz Show, Jeff Alterman. $50 here. Thank you, Jeff. Part of this goes into your new bike fund. Part of this to get you a whiteboard not made for Andre the Giant. Congrats on the huge day. This is only the beginning. Blue skies ahead. Thank you. I'm never going to stop using that whiteboard. I want you to know I love that whiteboard. It's getting dirtier, more worn in, like a good hat or a vintage guitar. But I do need to get some darker pens. Jose Montalvo with also a $50 donation here. Back-to-back $50 donations. Wow. So a $100 donation from my guy, Jose Montalvo. Big salute to you, Jose. This is how we're breaking the record tonight. Unbelievable. So generous. And it's a two-parter here. Jose said, you had one-on-one sessions inspired us to set goals and always look forward to the future. I'm glad to be able to celebrate this moment with you. Oh, that's part 2. Okay. Part 1. Ben, I just want to say thank you for letting us be a part of this joyous moment in your life. We got to see you at your best and your worst, yet you still made time for us. You had one-on-one sessions, inspired us to set goals and always look forward to the future. I'm glad to be able to celebrate this moment with you. Jose, I'm glad to be able to celebrate it with you too. And I hope I listened to a session today with like one of the curators over at Spotify that do these sessions, like Spotify for Artists. And the people that run the whole thing, they talk about how you build an audience. There's a lot of stuff they talk about in there, right? And one of the things that she was saying, there was somebody in there that asked her, how do you build an audience? How do you build a fan base is what the question was. And what she said was, when you're building a fan base, connect with your fans. She said, really engage, make time to connect with your fans, because it'll get bigger, you'll get more successful, and you won't have time to do that anymore, which I know we were just talking about. And it's funny because that's what I have been doing with Andrew. That's what I've done with the magic stuff that Alex and I do, going to tournaments and conventions and stuff. That's the way I've always felt was the correct way to do this, was to have a pretty personal relationship with you guys. And I think it's the thing that gives me the most energy, probably, is that ability to make that time and engage and get to know you guys. And I can't promise that every week I'll be as on the ball as I am some weeks. Some weeks I send 30 messages on Monday afternoon. I go through, I make sure to check my notes. Was there a goal we were trying to check in on? Sometimes I'll know from another stream or just hearing through the grapevine that somebody's struggling, and I'll try to check in on that thing. And I'll continue to do that as often as I can, for as long as I can. And the other thing too is I just lost my train of thought. You mentioned the one-on-one sessions, which we scheduled, and we were doing, 30 minutes, 15 minutes one-on-one, talk through whatever kind of obstacle in life you wanted to talk through. And we did those, and we did about 15 of them back in December. And I was proud of you guys. A lot of you set great goals you've been sticking with, and I check in with a lot of you on those goals. So Jose, thank you for such a generous donation tonight, and for being so committed to, this whole thing. It's just, it's a special night. It's a special stream, special night. All right, we're going to continue going through here. We got a couple left. Actually, more than a couple. The next one here from William Harold, one of the people who set great goals on the first of the year, actually, and I have been checking with, and William's been doing a great job. Big salute to you, my friend. # break the record, he says. Everybody here send their tweet to Drew. Did we all do it? Did we flood his Twitter? I hope so. I didn't check. Hope we all flooded his Twitter. For he's a jolly good fellow. I love it. Next up, we have call sign # ladies night, John Lestrina. I'm very stoked for you today. The song got me emotional in a good way. Uncle Dom said it best. So I was just talking about this. Money will come and go. We all know that. The most important thing in life will always be the people in this room right here, right now. Salute, mi familia. Yeah, it is crazy to think how much time we've all spent talking through this process together, in sessions and in streams, and for it to culminate in the first track today is it's a monumental thing. And it's just there's going to be more of these. I mean, think about, this was the first song. Think about the day the album comes out. Think about the day, the first tour, like the first show of the tour. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be an amazing summer. This is going to be an amazing year. I really want this to be, that's something I wanted to talk about for just a quick second, actually. I want to talk about that for a quick second. I think actually there was one Streamlab from earlier that came in that I might have missed. I thought I saw it come in, and I wanted to make sure I got it. Wait, where did it go? No. All right, I'll try to find it. It was from Trevor, because there's two now that have come in from Trevor Fast, and I wanted to try to get them. But I think I've talked about this on streams before. I think I've been pretty vocal about this before, but one of the things that I really wanted to talk about and remind you guys of, because how do I say this? So in the process of what we've done here on this channel and with this album, it started with, I had this dream and I was going to start my thing, and it was right when the pandemic started. Right, it was right when we all locked down. And so in the beginning, the dream was a different dream. Music was part of it, more shows. I was trying to focus on interviews and Song from the Scene and stuff that ultimately I know I promised to bring back Song from the Scene. I still plan to soon, like this week. There's just been a lot of stuff that keeps coming up. We did a couple more episodes, a great conversation. And then, of course, I went to Seattle and various other things. But I think it's the idea that we gauge a lot of our success. A lot of us do this based on numbers or money or something like that. Like had no one listened to this song, for instance, I wonder how excited I would be today, right? I wonder if I would have the same kind of, I can't imagine it would feel the same way. But the point is, I would still have the memory of having created the song and releasing the song. I would still have the memory of playing the song for you guys. I would still have the memory of the first time I got to play one of my own songs on Spotify or Apple Music. That's still a memory that would exist. And I would still have the memory of these shows, just like I'm going to have the memory of this tour. And it's something I've been trying to focus on a lot. It's something you guys have probably heard me say before, but I really believe life's about the stories you get to tell when it's over. And I think the reason I started to think that way is because there was no version of my life when I was 15 or whatever the last time I could think about, whatever the earliest time in my life that I felt adult enough to imagine what being an adult would look like. There wasn't ever a version of my life that looked just like the one I'm living now that I pictured or manifested. Because how could you? How could I have put together all these different things? How could I have chosen the restaurants that I would work in? Or how could I have chosen the relationships that I've had? Or how could I have chosen the jobs that I've had? There's just no way. There's no way that you could predict it. How could I have predicted that I would end up playing in the most competitive movie trivia league in history? And it's based on like wrestling concepts. Like you could, if 15-year-old me wouldn't have even know what to do with that concept. So the whole idea is that if you set your mind to something that seems like an experience that you want to have, and it's a goal or it's a story that you want to be able to tell, and you connect to that story, and you decide to take a risk in your life, or you decide to gamble on something, whatever it is that you decide to do, it's important to remember to be process oriented, not outcome oriented, because the process is what you're going to remember. The outcome is not. Why do I remember the Tyler Perry moment in Atlanta more fondly and favorably than I do winning my title? It's because the experience, that moment, preparing, the audacity to prepare Tyler Perry against the greatest player that's ever lived, to do it live, to bet 3, that whole thing, right? The whole experience was such a moment. And it wasn't that winning the title was a moment, but they're both stories. Your losses, your failures, and your wins, they both have a lot of credibility and merit in terms of that story that you're going to tell when you're old. So it's just something I wanted to talk about because I've been thinking a lot about it. And this stream is just blowing up here, guys. We've got almost 100 of you watching this right now. If you guys can all hit that thumbs up button, that would be awesome. I'll go a few minutes long here because we definitely have a few more of these Streamlabs to read. And I think it's just the idea that you think about all the things that you get to do, and when you look back at it all, things didn't go exactly the way you planned them. That doesn't matter. As long as you took the right kind of risks and you tried to create the right kind of memories, then it's all worth it. All right, that was my rah-rah moment. So there's a few more of these that I want to read. That's right. I was trying to find one from Trevor. I could have sworn that I saw one from Trevor that came in earlier, and I don't see it here anymore. So Trevor, if you're watching and you know what you wrote the first time, let me know because I don't have it anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, I just have this most recent one. So Trevor Fast here, the most recent one, says, "Hey Ben, popping in between during celebrating my friend's 30th birthday. You may have already answered this, but I was curious if you decided you were going to be able to record the concert next weekend and make it available for patrons." That's a good question. And Trevor, you donated $25 earlier today before the stream started, saying that you weren't going to be able to make it. I didn't see, I saw it and then I don't have it. So I apologize for that, but it's a shout out to you for both of them. I am going to record it. I'm going to figure out probably multiple ways. I want to screen capture it, but my computer is getting really laggy on me. So I don't want to be screen capturing and then finding that it screws up the stream. So I'll probably ask people who are watching it to do that, and I'll probably record the audio separately. I'll probably record the audio separately so that I can make sure I have clean audio on it, so I can maybe sync it up. But I will make that available. It'll probably be available to all patrons, is my guess. For the people that missed the show, I'll probably post the link for $5 and above patrons for anybody who wants it. So, all right, guys, a few more things to read while we're here. Next up, we got Charlotte, my girl Charlotte. That's a super chat. I wonder if I can see that one in here. Did that show up? Is it gone? Did I miss it? Charlotte, love it. Hi, Ben. Congrats again on the big release day. I was humming your song to myself all day at work. Can't wait to see you play it live, both this Saturday online and live in August. Thank you, Char. That's cool. It's cool. It's cool that any of you guys have sung this song ever. It's an insane thing. It's wild. Looks like we just had an upgrade as well on Patreon to our double diamond tier. The double diamond tier, of course, the $50 tier. Our guy, JD Domash, big salute to you, JD. Does a lot of work with our study session stuff. A wonderful dude, and you guys heard me shout him out earlier. So JD, thank you so much for that upgrade. Patreon getting a lot of love tonight. This is awesome. This is really, really cool. This is really cool. This is insanely generous tonight. This is really something. It's a special day. All right, we have another one here from Andrew Hayes, another super chat donation from call sign Moses. I say that because it's one of my favorite call signs. I love all of the call signs, but something about the beard and hair, it's just great. Got to head out. It was so nice to see everyone. I'll try for sure to be around more often. Congrats again, Ben. Big salute to you, Hayes. Welcome to the Patreon group, man. I'll add you to the group. I'm looking forward to seeing you this week. Hopefully you can hang out for the study session. Big shout to you. All right, let's see what else we got here. I think we have some more Streamlabs. All right, next up we've got, let's see, we read that one. Alex Q, this is a super chat donation. I think I can probably pull this one up. Hopefully should be right in here. Looking for it. Nope. Don't have it. Wow. Yeah. It's a lot of interaction tonight in the chat here. This one is from Alex, and Alex says, "Hey Ben, congrats on the song. Char and I loved it." Char and Alex, of course, good friends. Brandon Bucks, call sign Cash, one of the big supporters of what I've been doing with the music stuff, and also one of the people who was the most excited the second it was available. Really, that energy. I mean, it's just great. It does make me feel very supported. I absolutely love the single. Listened to it over 200 times. I will drive out to your LA live show. So excited, Bucks. If you're serious that you listen to it over 200 times, that could be one of the reasons that our plays are so high. And hey, man, if that's the case, I'll take it. Looks damn good on the algorithm, and seems like enough people loved it that if somebody wants to listen to my song 200 times, I'm not going to stop them. That's fucking awesome. And of course, I think that was the last one we have so far. I think I wish I had written down our total last time to know if we actually have broken the record, because yeah, we're getting pretty damn close. With the Patreon upgrades, we're probably right in the realm of the record. I think within $100 of it. I want to say last time it was, honestly, it might be the same. I'm not really totally sure. Whatever it is, guys, I want to announce that we broke the record, but if we didn't, we pretty much got to there. Wow, there's some just really horribly inappropriate stuff here in the chat. So I am going to time out this person. Hopefully that is erased from all of the different parts of the internet. Good, thank God. Cameron Haas says, yeah, PLD. I don't know. Is PLD a moderator? I'm not sure. Yeah, I handled that one, guys. I handled it. Cameron Haas, hey Ben, love everything you were doing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So, all right, guys, it's 7:01. I knew there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to get to tonight. So while I still have you guys here, a couple last things that I want to touch on. The first one, of course, is that if you're watching this video and you haven't already hit the thumbs up button, please do. Please do. If you haven't already listened to the song that I released today, sorry for tonight. It is available on all platforms. You can get it on Spotify, Apple Music. It's on Pandora. It's on Amazon. It's everywhere. It's on TikTok. You can use it in a TikTok if you want. It's all over the place. So I really appreciate those of you that have already checked it out. And if you haven't already checked it out, please do. I'm really, really, really excited about the fact that it's out there. You can also just listen to it on this channel as a lyric video. So if you do want to just see, like see the lyrics written on the screen, that's an option as well. Now, because there's about 100 of you in here right now, and probably some of you guys have listened to the song, but maybe didn't know this, I do have a show coming up this Saturday. It's at 7 p.m. Pacific time. It is an album preview show. There are 100 tickets total available. Tickets are $10. It is going to be streamed live. I will make it available to all patrons afterwards. I'll record the thing. We are we're almost halfway on the tickets so far. I'll be pushing this week and sending out to friends and family, plus the various shows. And as people listen to the song, perhaps more people want to get tickets. But if they are $10, and also I mentioned this earlier, if you guys are interested in coming to the show and watching, but it's just times are tough, or you're supporting a lot of people. Maybe you already support me in a big way on Patreon, and another $10 is just too much. I totally get it. Just put your name on the hitchhiker list. There's a thing on Stage It. I'm going to put the link in the chat for you guys here right now. And the way it works on Stage It is that if you don't want to buy a ticket, or you can't for any reason buy a ticket, you just put your name on the hitchhiker list, and I or anyone else is able to gift you a ticket. So my plan is that anybody that's on that hitchhiker list on the day of the show, honestly, probably even if we sell out, the only thing I wouldn't want to have it sell out and then feel like the people that did buy tickets were like, well, why did I buy a ticket? So if we go over 100, I guess I can't guarantee every hitchhiker, but if we don't, or it's close, I'll probably just put all of you guys on the list, because I would just still rather have you there than just have somebody want to watch the show and not be able to. So if you're interested in doing it, if you want to check it out, I encourage you guys to do it. It's going to be a really fun show. I'll probably play about 10 songs. It'll just be me and my guitar. It will be this beautiful guitar right here. I will be playing Sorry for Tonight, which is crazy. It's crazy that song I'm going to play for you guys, and you're going to know what it is now. It's like, I'm not going to play the whole song, guys, but like, it's insane that I'm going to be able to do this and you guys are going to know the words, because a lot of you heard it already, right? Like, I'm going to be able to do the let's get the story straight. It's gonna be tonight. So I can't wait to do that on Saturday. I love playing that song. I really do love it. And it's gonna be the show is gonna be it's gonna be fucking awesome. It's gonna be a great experience. I truly can't wait. Hopefully there's 100 people in there watching. I know my family will be in there. I know a lot of you guys will. And whoever shows up, it'll be a great time. So if you're watching right now and you haven't already gotten a ticket and you're interested in one, the link is on the screen here. And Stage is a good platform. They do a good job with it. Cameron Haas here just threw this in. Added your song to my Immaculate Vibes playlist, says Cameron Haas. I appreciate that, Cameron. I really very much do. That's awesome. I think adding songs to playlists on Spotify is one of the big things, from what I understand, that you can do. My understanding is that if you guys throw it on a playlist, like one of your playlists, it's something to do with the way that Spotify like favors songs when they want to push it out. Because the big thing on Spotify is that if they feel like putting you onto a playlist like Discover Weekly, or if they decide to put you on like a Chill or Vibes or whatever it is, that's how you get discovered by new people. And so they encourage you to have your fans put you on playlists, because I think it shows them that people are interested in the song. So I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, exactly. Jeremy Miller here. There's over 100 watching. Hit that like button. It's really cool to have so many of you guys showing up here for this show. It's really special. We normally have less people in this, and I love having the smaller shows too. But it is really encouraging and very cool to have so many people in here saying congratulations and just nice things. It's really, really rad. So that show is coming up on Saturday, guys. Get your ticket. The other thing I am going to put in here again is this form, and this form is because I'm going to be touring in August. And when I do tour in August, I'll be doing 8, 9, possibly even more shows. 8, 9, possibly, more shows. And I want to know where to go. The plan right now is kind of like a Seattle, LA, San Francisco, New York, Chicago. And then I'm at Nashville, Austin, Atlanta, Orlando. These are the places I'm considering looking at. I know like a lot of you guys are like more middle of the country. So if I was to do something, it was a little more Midwest, right? If I looked at something that was going to be like somewhere like Ohio. I don't know. I really want to make sure that I go to the right place, and that I am able to hang with the most of you guys. So I'm going to put this link in the chat here. This is a form you guys can fill out. And ultimately, the way it's going to work, and I think I told you this, guys, the form only takes you about 30 seconds to fill out. It's some of your contact information, your closest large city, and your preferences on the show. But basically, the plan is I'm going to try to sell 30 tickets a show. Is the goal, and ticket prices will be probably a little more expensive than a digital show, obviously, because I have to fly around, but probably something like $30 maybe. And I'll try to make it an experience. I'll try to make it a special night. I'm going to rent out a space. That's the plan. And this is all estimated: ticket prices, dates, number of tickets I have to sell. I have to do the budget, but the goal right now is to basically find an event space that I can rent out myself for like 2 hours and sell tickets. It's a private party. So as long as you're over 21, I can bring my own booze. I can buy in town, bring a cooler. We can do our own thing. As long as I'm not selling booze, then it's totally legal. We're just hanging out in parties. So it should be a thing where we can all just kind of hang out and we can do our own thing. And that's how I'm planning on doing these. Now, I'm going to have to do like 2 a weekend so I can continue to function in the rest of my life and work and all the other things going on. But my plan's to do 8 or 9 shows. If I find that there's enough support and I can sell tickets to 15 shows, it means that I'll probably do 15 shows. I'll probably do 2 months of this. And I would probably end up doing something more like all the places I just mentioned and then a few others. Maybe I could also do Portland, or I could even, and this seems crazy, but I could even talk about the potential of like a Europe date or something like that. I mean, we would have to make sure that obviously I was able to get enough people out to justify flying across the country, across the globe. But that's kind of where I'm going with right now. So guys, fill out this form that's in the chat here where you are. I know some of you are in Canada, so I want this to be a really, really special summer, and I'm going to try to put as much into this as I possibly can. And I can't wait for you guys to hear other songs too, right? That's going to be crazy. So the last thing I want to remind everybody is that for the show, if you're watching this after the fact, for the show that I'm going to be playing this weekend on Saturday, there's going to be an after party, probably maybe a half an hour. There'll be a Zoom hangout, private link that's going to be sent out. It'll be me and anybody who's a patron. Nerds in Suits, patreon.com/nerds in suits. Every single patron will get the link. We'll all be able to hang out, talk down the show, and laugh and crack a drink. Hopefully Drew will be in there celebrating his birthday this weekend as well. So I think that's kind of all the major stuff for this week. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything over here. Cool. I got that last one from Cameron Haas. And yeah, guys, I think that's mostly going to do it for the show. I'm trying to remember if there was anything else that I wanted to remind you guys to do. No, I think we covered the Schmodown study session stuff. I will be doing my next studio diary soon. Might be this weekend, might be next weekend. There's a lot of songs that I have started to work on. There's actually, I'm going to play you guys this one idea right now. I don't normally do this on air, but it doesn't have much to it yet. It's this really like minor key, kind of just sort of sad sounding song, but I really like it, and I feel inclined to work on it. Goes like this. I don't really have much to it yet, but silent in a chamber, there's one thought left on mine, and reeling and not pretending, but we're all running out of time. Time to go. No, 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 no. So that's kind of the new idea I've been working on. Doesn't really have a lot to it yet. Normally, I reserve that type of stuff. I normally reserve that type of stuff for the studio diaries here. But yeah, I'm definitely very, very excited about what's coming next. So it looks like there is some troll action going on in the chat here, but we are getting out of here. So that's going to be that. I want to jump over here and make sure I did not miss anything. Why did I feel like I saw Streamlabs and Super Chats pop up in here that I did not read? If you're watching right now and I did not read, holy Lord. Yeah, we between the Patreon upgrades, the Streamlabs and the Super Chats, we have to have broken the record. We have to have broken the record. If you posted a Streamlab or a Super Chat and I didn't read it, will you guys write it again in the chat right now? Because I thought I had read them all. But I still feel like maybe I missed a few. So, yeah, there you go. Blocked him. Yeah, get those assholes out of here. But anyway, guys, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. I'm going to look and make sure that there's no more, what's it called? Streamlabs Super Chats to read that I missed. And yes, looks like you guys enjoyed that song. I'm excited about that one. That's one that I really want to read. So otherwise, if you haven't already hit the subscribe on this channel, if you've been watching this whole time, you haven't already subscribed, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, guys, I think that's going to wrap up the show. It's been a heck of a day. I can't wait to see what's next. I can't wait to show you guys more music. The next song probably is maybe a month out, 3 weeks out, something like that. It's probably going to be a song called Late Night Love Song, which is a song I like a lot. But I've got a version that's almost done. And if it's not that, it'll be a song called Happiness. It'll be one or the other. But we'll see. It looks like we are going to be getting there very, very soon. You guys are the best. This was a special stream. This was a special day, a special week. The generosity, just so great. And a big time happy birthday. You know what? There we go. We just got one more, a $100 donation from Trevor Fast, my dude, who's, I think, Super Chat, Streamlab, I think I missed earlier in the show. He said, heard there might be a record broken tonight. And with that, there is no question we broke the record on donations here on a Nerds and Suits live show. I wonder if people enjoying the song and the musical nature of what we're doing here on the show is going to mean that on our Monday streams, we start to have more new viewers. I wonder. Could be. We shall see. Trevor Fast, thank you, my dude, general in the Action Army, such a great supporter, and somebody who is so supportive of what I do and also plays Magic, which is pretty rad. So snuck that one in under the wire there, Trevor. Thank you so much for that. We broke the record. Guys, get your tickets to the show, all the things. I will see you tomorrow on Schmodown Backstage, which should be a really, really fun show. We have a huge week of Schmodown matches coming up as well. A gigantic pay-per-view coming up on Friday this week. It's a title match. Plus, you have Stacey Howard versus Kevin Smith. There's all kinds of awesome stuff going on. Tons of good matches. So it should be fun. And I believe I'm on SEN Live on Thursday, probably talking about this music stuff and also, I think, playing the song. And there you go. And then we get to the weekend and the show and the whole deal. So I love you all. Thank you so much for supporting. I'll see you all very soon. Thanks, guys.